Obviously, it's the broken record that we don't want to play, but I know one thing, that the last 2 weeks, really 3 weeks, these guys have come to work in the building, in the practice field, and I think you saw that tonight, because I know they played hard. You could hear football out there. Obviously, we want to score more points, and we've got to, do a better job there. And also, when you look at us, I thought defensively they played pretty hard. We gave up 2 big plays, though, that really, we've got to be more aware of situations. But, it's tough. It's tough on them, and it's tough on all of us. But, I do think I love the way that we came out and played physical. The one thing we can't afford is I think we're 8 for 40 or 84 yards or something like that in penalties. And the penalties that are physical penalties, I don't have as much problem with. The penalties that are penalties of before the snap and those things, we had, I think, 3 of those tonight, and that set you back. There was some miscommunication on the fake punt, and there's a look that you look for, and if you see the look, you're going to run it. The look wasn't quite there, and so it didn't work.
And then they got fake punts.
Yeah.
Was that something that they caught you guys in a look? Or?
No, I don't know totally if it was that, because we have so many different looks that we give on punt, and Deke does a nice job with. But at the same time, it was one of those 4th and 4, I think, midfield. A lot of people have been going on 4th downs for various reasons, but we didn't stay with our defense, which we could have. I don't know if it would have stopped what they ran, because we went back, I think, 2 years or 3 years ago, and that was one of their fakes. We practiced it, and they did a good job of getting leverage on blocks. They needed 4 yards, so it wasn't nearly, as beneficial, for us.
When you got the touchdown at the start of the second quarter, did you feel like, okay, maybe the offense can settle in and be productive tonight?
Yeah, there's no question about it, and there were some things that they really did well. But how many balls did we drop? I mean, there's at least 5. And, Moose was, for the most part, doing a pretty good job with, moving the football with us. We did some things that were really good on offense, and some things that weren't very good, and then we gave up some big plays, the big ones defensively, the double moves. So, we can't do that, but I thought our guys played. I know they did. I was out there. They played hard, and the effort was good.
Can you talk about Keenan Christian's day and how he was productive and caught a lot of, I think he led the team in catches and receiving yards?
He's always been a guy. He's been since he came here, I've had a lot of, been impressed with him and how he's come out every day. He got voted as a captain. That tells you about what his teammates think, and I think that's the most important, is what the teammates think. So he's just been good. I'm glad that he had those opportunities. And, he's always been pretty good out of the backfield, with catching the ball.
Talk about the overtime and how that process works and what your feeling was, good or bad.
Well, I wish we would have been able to go on defense first. It's you kind of get a little settled in that way. But, the process, it's a lot better than it used to be. I know we played 7 overtimes at Western Michigan a couple years ago when I was at Ball State. So this is much better, keeps the kids healthier, I think. And, you know, the play they ran, we practiced 3 times. And the guy just didn't have his eyes where they needed to be. But we practiced the last play 3 times. In fact, we practiced, there were 7 2-point conversions over the last 3 years. And Kurt went back and got all of those, and we practiced all of those.
Jack Browning missed a field goal. He's missed, I think, 7 now this year. Is there anything wrong with him or anything that he's doing that he needs to clean up?
No, I think sometimes we overthink it. I think he overthinks it. You know, but you know, he came back and hit some field goals when it counted. I mean, they all count, but there's a little more pressure on at that time.
How daunting is it to try and win the next 3 and get bowl eligible?
It's what you want to do, right? So it won't be daunting. It will be something that we need to do, you know, and play on the road twice, and you know, go out there and play as well as we can.
Sometimes teams talk about going on the road as kind of a bonding and bringing the team together. And after 2 home losses, is that coming at a good time to go on a 2-game?
I don't think going on the road is ever any, you know, a good thing. I'd rather play at home all the time.
Coach, when you started playing fast, went down and scored, it's just a different vibe with the offense. How do you
We didn't play that fast. You guys may think it was fast, but it wasn't. We weren't in, we were in 2-minute mode, but we weren't in NASCAR mode. Okay? So it wasn't, you know, the situation at the timeouts that we had left and those kind of things. So it wasn't as, and Ryan and I talked about it before the series started, and it wasn't as fast as you may think.
So in that case, though, why do you think the offense was more successful on those sets of plays rather than earlier?
I couldn't tell you. And I couldn't tell you because we've also not been as good when we've been fast.
You discussed the fake field goal attempt. Can you talk about the reasoning and the law?
Well, we had planned to do one. You know, we had planned, and when we had kicked the first field goal, they lined up like we would like them to line up. The thing that was a little different is they took the guy from the outside and they brought him in. The Patriots did it and blocked the field goal. They were either trying to do it and then the kid stopped. So once that happened, the cadence was already too far in where you would like to have just kicked the ball.
What are you guys going to look at from this game
Yeah.
to the next 3 games to get bowl eligible?
Well, like you always do, you're looking at, you know, the guys who played with really good effort. That's always starts there. How the execution was, you know, from this standpoint. We talk about missed assignments and, you know, who had missed assignments. No one plays perfect, so we don't expect the perfectness of it, but you're going to always have some guys with missed assignments, and we just make some decisions when you play guys, you know, as far as that goes.